think one of the real challenges is that we're sitting on top of 20 years of using virtual machines. And one of the wonderful and dangerous things about virtual machines is they became immortal. That without some external force, your virtual machine would just survive through all these updates of the underlying infrastructure. Whether you changed your server provider, whether you changed your storage, the VM persisted. And one of the things that led to is organizations thinking that just having a VM forever and never changing the architecture of our application was a good thing. And that's an accumulation of technical debt, never going back and saying, is this the right solution for the problem I'm facing? Does it give me the agility possibly as markets are changing? And one of the things we saw is cloud native applications. These, we sometimes call them modernized applications, but where we were sort of disaggregating our applications into smaller units allowed greater flexibility. Well, cloud was great for that. Now along comes AI, and the rate of change of the things that you need to run has just gone up and up. And so that leftover idea that everything can live in an eternal virtual machine is something we've got to start actually challenging and dealing with. And the tools have been around, just has there been the will to make changes?
Well, I mean, you can still keep those eternal virtual machines, but you still need to, in addition, you need to build out the architecture for whatever AI workloads that you're interested in doing. Your DNS server can still be the same virtual machine that you put together in 1996 that's, serving DNS.
Goodness, I love the statement on VMs that were set up a while back, because we were having a conversation with a customer recently, and it sounded something like this: like, remember when you would configure your VM in, let's say, 2016, which, by the way, it's 10 years ago, and you, at best, you size it up and down a few times, and that's about it. It lives kind of, to your point, it lives forever, and it's a precious artifact, and you can't have downtime, and it needs to do so many things. And then at the other end, you have these agentic things, right, that spin up and, disappear within the span of a project, an action, a day, whatever. And you have to figure out, how do you build infrastructure for both? Because you're not going to get rid of your legacy stuff. You have these new agentic things coming on, and you have to wrap your mind around, the 1996 DNS server, the 2016, whatever your server was supposed to do then. So that it's literally start thinking differently now, because otherwise you're going to just create, coming back to your technical debt point of earlier, you're just going to create more debt that's harder to get out of. You're digging your own hole.